So I got a few Nendroids in my collection that I don't plan on displaying, but I will have to unbox them. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Drew's Vids and another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 Nendroids in my collection that I don't plan on displaying. However, I will have to be unboxing them. And there's a simple reason to that, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. Let's just go ahead and check out the Nendroids that I don't plan on displaying in my collection, but they'll be on display just in the box still. And as many of you may know, I am a big advocate of displaying your figures, taking them out of box, and just getting the full effect of them out of the box. And that was due to when I moved on from Funko, because those all stay in the box and you don't really take them out and display them, or at least you're not supposed to. But after I moved on from that, I've been opening up my figures and displaying them and been having a fantastic time, and just changing accessories and whatnot. But there are some that I picked up that I originally planned on unboxing and doing a review on, but it kind of, I don't know, sometimes you get that feeling where you're just like, oh, I kind of don't want to unbox this one. I kind of want to keep it as pristine as possible or hold some significant sentimental value for you. So yeah, like I said, I got 5 currently that I don't plan on displaying in the near future, but I will have to unbox them. But let me go ahead and show you which ones they are. And the first one here, a lot of you may have seen in one of my recent videos when I actually picked it up, because it was one that I never thought I would get for retail. And when I unboxed it, I was just like, wow, this thing is amazing, and I kind of don't want to open it, and that's where I'm at right now. So I'm still in team don't open this Nendroid, but we got Mako here from Kill la Kill, and yeah, it's just an amazing work of art that they did on this. And I would really like to open it, but just kind of something nagging at me that says, hey, don't open it, just leave it as it is, because it's amazing just like this. I just feel like so much work went into this. It is awesome, and a shame at the same time that I'm not gonna open it. I also actually thought about buying a second one just to display it, but I don't want to get into all that, buying extra figures and stuff. I played that game before, but I don't want to do it again, so just having the one figure is perfectly fine with me, whether or not it's on display. So moving right along here, we got another older Nendroid, and this one actually I bought in, I don't know, for some reason I just ended up sticking it up on the shelf, and I was like, man, it looks great just kind of sitting there on the shelf like that in the box. And yeah, I kind of just put it in the category that I wasn't going to end up opening it, and that is Hestia here from DanMachi, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon? And yeah, a lot of people say the full name, but the shortcut to it is just DanMachi, and it's fantastic anime and manga and light novel. But yeah, this is Hestia, the goddess from the show, one of the main characters. And yeah, this thing is just cool, man. I originally wanted to open it and do a review and all of that, just like with these other Nendroids, but this one I was just like, I don't know, put it on the shelf and it just looked good there. And it's funny because she is actually the only character that they made into a Nendroid from this show. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just kind of a little special to me, but yeah, I really do enjoy DanMachi, and yeah, just not gonna display this one. So this next Nendroid is actually fairly common, and at one point I think she was on sale for pretty cheap, and at that point I should have got another one, but like I said, I didn't want to play that whole double figure game. And this one was actually the first Nendroid I bought in store, and I bought it here locally at a store called Atlantis, and they specialize in comic books, some figures, and a lot of tabletop gaming. That's generally where I go for Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And I saw this one day when I was just there browsing around, and this is actually one of the 2 Nendroids that kind of started all this. And it's not even an anime figure, it's actually a video game figure, and that is Mercy from Overwatch. And Mercy, I really like Mercy. She's fantastic. She's probably the best character in Overwatch. Don't argue with me, you're not gonna win here, but this was actually the character I played when I used to play Overwatch a lot. Yeah, she was my main character, and she's awesome. So I actually bought it because, yeah, kind of had a little sentimental value for me as far as the character goes, and her overall design is fantastic. First Nendroid that I actually picked up in a store is Mercy from Overwatch. Pretty awesome. This Nendroid is actually the second one of the 2 that kind of snowballed my whole collection here as far as Nendroids go, and it was another first for me, and it was my first online order of a Nendroid, so it holds that sentimental value for me. Yeah, I originally purchased this off of Galactic Toys, and At the time, she was still brand new, and I think now she's pretty much sold out everywhere, and she's kind of pricey now. But yeah, this was the first online order I made of an Nendroid here, and this is Jabami Yumeko from Kakegurui. And at the time, I remember when the show came out, and I originally started watching the anime version, and then I saw they had a live action, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and give that a try here, see how it is. And I immediately gravitated towards the live action one. I don't know why. I usually, fall in that camp of live actions are terrible versus the animes, but for some reason, yeah, I really gravitated towards the live action of Kakegurui and enjoyed it quite a bit, enough to buy the main character here in Nendroid form. But yeah, my first online order of a Nendroid ever kind of holds that little bit of sentimental value for me. So definitely don't want to take this one and display it either. Kind of just keep it as it is. And the last Nendroid in my collection as of right now that I don't plan on displaying out of box is actually a friend of mine that goes by the name of Trell Collects. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll leave a link to his Instagram in the description below. You guys go check him out. But he was in Japan last year, and he actually found this Nendroid for me that is super awesome. And at the time, this Nendroid wasn't even out in the US yet, and he picked it up for me on his trip. Yeah, it's all kind of packaged neatly from Japan, and I never really wanted to disturb the packaging, but eventually I will have to, which I'll get to in just a minute. But let me go show you this Nendroid here, and that is Rimuru Tempest from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. And like I said, this came out in Japan while he was on his trip there, and it wasn't out in the US yet, and he was able to get it for me and bring it back. So that is awesome. It has these little stickers here on the plastic film on the outside. It has the price too. It's got 6,500 yen is what it originally went for. It just holds that sentimental value for me that, Trell went to Japan, and not necessarily in search of an Nendroid for me. While he was on his trip, he took the time out of his schedule to look for something for me, and that means a lot. So yeah, this one's definitely not going to be getting put on display either. So yeah guys, these are the 5 here that I'm not going to be putting on display out of box in my collection. Pretty dope, and yeah, I don't want to drop any of these, but trying to fit it in the frame there. Yeah, these are some awesome Nendroids, and I would really like to display them, but just the sentimental value overall for me is reasoning enough for me to not put them on full display. But unfortunately, we do run into one issue, and that one issue is actually pretty simple, but not so simple to work around. So a lot of people don't know that Nendroids are made with a certain plasticizer. So if you keep them in box with the plastic coverings and stuff on them, over time they will basically create a film over them, kind of like a residue, kind of sticky, and yeah, it becomes a big pain. But we do have a decent time frame here as far as that goes. It takes a few years for that to happen. You still want to think about actually taking them out of the box to let the Nendroids breathe. So while I'm not going to be putting them on full display, eventually I will be taking them out the box and removing, the little plastic filmy bits and letting them air out for, a week or so, and then repackaging everything. So while they're not going to be on full display, they will be removed from their box eventually. And if you guys do want to see a video on that, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll put together a little video for you guys. And it's really just going to be, cutting the tape and sliding the tray out the box and lifting the tray and taking the plastic off. But yeah, if that's something you guys want to see, definitely let me know and I'll do that for you. And this Rimuru here will probably be the first one that has to be done, because it actually has this whole plastic film on it that it came in when Trell bought it in Japan. So this one's, gonna be more likely to develop the film on the figure first, or residue. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this one first. And since I'll be doing this one, it's gonna suck because I really wanted to kind of keep this all intact. So I'm gonna have to figure something out how to do that. When I do get around to doing this one, I'll probably just do the other 4 as well to kind of keep them all on the same timetable. And yeah, these figures were meant to be displayed out of box with accessories and whatnot. You wouldn't really have to worry about the plasticizer and getting that film or residue on the figures if you did just display them out of box, which I have most of mine out of box. I'm still working on the reviews for the other ones for you guys, so those will be coming up. I'm going to be releasing them once a week. It's funny because sometimes you go out with the full intent to purchase this figure, take it out of box, display it, do all the cool things you could do with accessories and whatnot, and then it ends up being something like this where you're like, ooh, I kind of really don't want to take this out of box. But things happen, and that's part of the game. And if you have any figures like that, let me know which ones they are in the comments below. So yeah guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.